Nyika National Park in northern Malawi covers an area of 3,134 square kilometers and is one of the largest of the 5 national parks found in the country. It is centered on the 2,600-meter Nyika Plateau, which has a temperate climate. Temperatures rarely exceed 26 degrees Celsius, even during the hottest months from September to December. Nyika is one of the most beautiful montane plateaus found in Central Africa, with breathtaking views. Open, rolling grasslands are interspersed with small streams and valleys, harboring patches of tropical evergreen forest in sheltered hollows. The high number of rivers and impressive waterfalls explain Nyika's name, which means where water comes from. Nyika is home to roan eland, elephant, and zebra. Leopards are usually nocturnal, but sometimes at Nyika they can be spotted during the day. You can visit the amazing Nyika year-round, and you will be assured of beautiful scenery. Different times of the year are best for different activities. In this regards, on Nyika, you have the first rains falling in early to mid-November. Hence, December to January is early wet season in the park, and the weather is as warm as it gets on the plateau. During this period, views of Lake Malawi, the plateau edges, and peaks emerge. Wildflowers flourish on the grasslands. Orchids appear every day, and brachystegia trees sport new red foliage. It is this time that wildlife viewing is excellent, as the eland, roan, and zebra migrate onto the plateau to eat the fresh new grass. Then comes late wet season, from February to April. At this time, the average daily temperature is 17 degrees on the plateau. During this period, the grasses and many wildflowers are blooming, and the progression of orchid species continues. Everything is lush and green. Wildlife viewing is still good, though the bracken fern has grown and can conceal some animals. Early dry season is from May to July, and the weather gradually becomes cooler, with the mean daily temperature at Chilinda Plateau at 12 degrees. Aloes, protea, and fields of papery, everlasting yellow flowers at this time, and the grass is golden brown until early burning. Then in late dry season, from August to November, the weather is still cool but gradually warms up as November approaches. During this time, the mean daily temperature at Chilinda rises to 15 degrees. Further, the days are windy and the sky is hazy. Areas which were pre-burnt by park workers between May and July sprout wildflowers and tender green grass, leading herbivores to congregate. At this time, the grassland quickly becomes a mass of color as thousands of small flowers emerge from the ash. Nyika Plateau is the richest orchid area in South Central Africa, and more than 200 species have been identified within the park. Nyika National Park is known for its outstanding seasonal wildflowers, found particularly in the wetland and grassland vegetation communities. In Nyika, October and November is when woodland trees have new leaves, many of them red and turning to green. These are the best months for birding, with breeding at its peak and an influx of migratory species. The park has recorded 430 species of birds, of which about 60 are very rare. This is the highest number recorded in any of Malawi's national parks or game reserves, and can be attributed to the variety of vegetation which exists in the park. Many migrating birds pass through the park each year on their way south from breeding grounds in Europe and Asia. In Nyika, there are 7 major water catchment areas. It is these rivers which have also played a role in the formation of the landscape, eroding deep valleys into the plateau. Several spectacular waterfalls have developed in Nyika. There are 3 man-made dams near Chilinda where birds and animals visit. Also, near Chilinda, there is a natural lake called Lake Kaulime. Again in Nyika, there is a submontane juniper forest located in the southeast corner of the park. This forest is of special importance because it represents the most southerly viable stand of Juniperus procera in Africa. This small tropical evergreen forest was the first area of Nyika to receive official protection when it was declared a forest reserve in 1948. Inside Chilinda, there is a pine plantation planted in the 1950s. In Nyika, you can also view large herds of African elephants in the woodland. The elephant is a social animal and usually lives in herds. Females and their young herd together, as do bachelor males, while older bulls are often solitary. In Nyika, there is a network of roads totaling 322 kilometers, covering the central and southern parts of the park. You are better off with a 4-wheel drive vehicle to navigate the park roads. And many of the most popular drives, which take you to special interest sites within the park, are more than 30 to 40 kilometers away from lodging places. You can also enjoy mountain biking. Several mountain bike routes have been created in the park, and bikes are available for rent at Chilinda. On clear days in Nyika, you can end your day watching the sunset at Chosi Viewpoint. For accommodation in the park, there's Chilinda Lodge, which has 7 luxury log cabins with a reception area and full-service dining room. In addition, there's a self-catering Chilinda camp and also a campsite. When you arrive, you will fall in love with the beauty of Nyika National Park, and there's no doubt that once you leave Nyika, you will long to come back again and again.
For me, it's more like a bonus. I mean, I just love the scenery, just to cycle around here and you just have this open air and it's safe and the space and the fresh air. Just to cycle and walk around is special. It's a very, very special place.
I've been reading about Nyika. I've heard about Nyika. I've heard so much. I've read so much. This scenery is amazing. I mean, you can only find this scenery in golf courses, in big hotels, in those places. But this is natural. This is amazing. I don't know. And even the animals that are here, beautiful animals. When we slept at the cottage, the animals could come. Our children were feeding the animals. I mean, I'm playing with animal poop here. You see, poop here. It's like we are in the family of animals. We're like in the family of animals. The animals love us. We love them. It's different. It's just different. Amazing. Amazing.
Very self-satisfying. It's amazing. It's extraordinary. Unfortunately, if I go back home, I don't think I can sit down and tell someone to say, this is what I felt. It's just too personal. The feeling is very exotic. I don't know, but it's just amazing.
With the beauty of Nyika National Park. It is a wonderful world unto itself, with open rolling grasslands covering the hills and ridges of the plateau, and of course, plenty of game viewing even at your doorstep. Oh yes, you will be on cloud 9.